You know about it. Mm-hmm. All right. I gotta get coffee. Whoa. All right. Oh, how about this? Oh, look at that. Oh, excuse me. Just draw these out. What about your high? 5. So we're definitely, I think we're transitioning to bullish because you can see value has shifted. So I'm going to want to take shorts. You can see here value has came lower for the first time in a long time. So looking at those sort of things, I think um, it might be a more bearish day unless something news related changes. But we'll see. This is a crucial area right here. This is value high. Then you got value area low. Your POC. Let's see how this reacts. You have a bunch of aggressive buying up here that got absorbed. If we can break that. See if it actually breaks. Wow. There must have been some aggressive sells coming in. It's pretty incredible. We'll see how this candle closure. So you have absorption from the top. You have aggressive sells. You have some follow through. We got to see this break again. But you definitely have follow through here, which is good to see. So we'll see if it breaks. And CBD is in the opposite direction, so a failed auction, aggressive sells, follow through. So hopefully this keeps continuing to follow off the value high. We'll take this short. We'll target the value, the point of control. We'll see what happens. I'm going to keep it tight. I'm going to keep it above this aggressive sells. I'm not trying to take a massive stop loss up here. So if we fail, we fail. I know technically we're bullish because we broke the 15-minute range, so this could have been a trade off this area. But we have all these low volume nodes that I think we're going to have to tap into before we go up. But it could come off the value high. There it is. So far, we'll see how it plays out in this area right here. This is a crucial area right here. So if you see aggression here, we can move to break even once we tap into this. I just want to see how this moves. Alright, now we can start to see aggression because this should either pull through or it should rebound. So we're seeing off the value high, we saw absorption, we saw follow through, I saw closure below, and this is what we're getting the result of it. And as soon as this closes, we can start to move further down. You're going to see a bounce somewhere right around here, most likely. Or at least some resistance, I guess you would say. But sellers are selling aggressively. If you look at the bigger time frame chart, we have immediately shifted value, so values became lower. So this could fall even further. What I'll do is I'll trail. So we should see this trail below here. A little further. Or the middle of the range. A little below. We'll go right where these wicks come down. Might even get out of the point of control, possibly. Once we test this, I'll move it to here. We'll be up. We'll be 400 at least for guaranteed. But we gotta wait till it tests the POC. POC is gonna be at 174. And there it is. Alright, now we're starting to see the aggression. We can go here. We can go here. We can start covering ourselves a little bit better here. Yep. You're gonna see some buying here. Right there. So at least we're guaranteed ourselves what we would have gotten on the POC. If it comes further into this range, what I was talking about, then cool. All power to it. We're having some absorption here. they're gonna try to break this. Yep, and there it is. I think I could have wrote it down to here, but I'll take the profit. I took it right in the middle of the balance. Well, that was a great day. Unfortunately, that was a great day. Unfortunately for streaming. Yeah. Yesterday I didn't even stream, and I woke up late. Didn't get on till later, and ended up hitting. Oh. Yeah, this was a key example right here. You wait for this. That's absorption right there. And I got out of a good spot, so. This is the middle. So it's the top of the range, bottom range, it's the dead center middle. So I'm gonna get a coffee. You know I'm about it. No flex zone. All right, I'm back. Let me see. Got new coffee. Fired up. Ready to go. All right, sorry guys, had to make coffee, do some things, get ready. So we're seeing this value area high again. What are we seeing? We're seeing it getting absorbed in this area. We'll see if this starts to break through this. We should see it fall to the probably the point of control. If not, if we break above, then we should see this to go higher. We do have the daily value area high up here, so point of control technically. But we could see it come up to this region, 300 plus. You look at this though, values shifting lower now. This was an indecisive kind of where value kind of hung out in the middle, and then today it might shift lower. So we'll see. We don't need that. We don't need that either. And this is what I'll do. Let's go to the 1 hour. We start to mark out some of the see that we already shifted below value here, below value here. So we're actually coming up and testing the value low. Okay. Oops. Okay, remove that. We don't need any of this. Okay. I don't see purple boxes. That must be like the area. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, we're at 1400. Nice short move that we caught. What we could do is we could mark out one of the things that are very important. We're just going to be marking out this point of control because this could be a target if we break lower. So this is what we'll do here. We'll mark this out, make it purple. Just so we understand where structure lies. So back to the 1. Because we're right here, we're trying to come down to this area. Because value is, like I said, I think we're going to sell further. Value is becoming cheaper. Hey, good morning, Chuck. How's it going? Solid morning. I took a short. It was actually a really nice time short. Saw absorption here. I marked the box. We tried to break. Came down. Aggressive sells. I waited for this to break below here. Broke below here, and I got out. You could have gotten the point of control. I got out a little bit lower. I trailed, and I got out right where the middle kind of the opening range. So the first 15 minutes is right in the middle. But this is where all the volume was. You had a low volume node here. This is where it kind of bounced. So if we turn off the deep trade just so you can see, this is kind of where volume, and it comes down. It's low right here. Volume spikes up again, and we have another low volume node here. So this is the area where actually it bounced from right here. Turn it back on. So it's been a great morning. Clean moves so far. There's not a lot of chop today. It's very moving in one direction and it moves, and there's no bouncing. Like yesterday was very choppy. I'm surprised I even made money yesterday. I should have never traded, but I caught a good move yesterday. Hold on a sec. I'll be right back. Give me 1 sec. Sorry, I had to use the restroom. So this point of control is something to kind of keep an eye out. We have the point of control here, right? This first range that we kind of have not broken. We kind of supported this, came down, supported this again, came down, and it came, and we had absorption. So you have absorption, absorption. So this could come up and break this and go up to the value area high. And it would have to break this area here. So you'd have to break this area here. Ultimately, you have to break this area on the top, though, right here. And then I bet you see some sort of not too big of aggressive buy, which is not bad. Okay, that makes sense. But realistically, my bias is a little more short today, even though you're looking to overnight. I mean, just marking out what's happening overnight. I mean, look at this. All night. So you're telling me, so let's just do this swing ahead. Let's look on the bigger picture of things instead of the first 15. Let's just go from here to here. Where's some key areas that you can see? There's a ton of selling up here. We almost came up to that value high where we got rejected. So, turn off the daily. It's just a little confusing. So you have POC down here where we kind of respected in the morning. We kind of broke, came down, retested, and then we try to go up to the value high. Yeah, this is, so we'll just remove this because I don't need to see that no more. That's the value high for that one. So realistically, we break this, I would take a short from here to here, something like this. you're gonna see something like, I don't know, where's the POC? Something like this. I don't know. That's too big of it, but it's just hearsay. You can see something like this, possibly. So it came with this node. We sold off there. A bunch of these sellers here. And the biggest node, yeah, biggest node's going to be somewhere up here. So we're kind of stuck here, though. Stuck between the 15-minute opening range. This is where the purple line is and the green line. Yellow's the middle point, so if we let's just pull this across, see where volume sits now. I just want to get an idea. All in this range. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Right in the range. So we're technically in value for the first opening bit. We haven't broken out of value. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. We could see a nice breakdown, obviously. Like I said, if we break this value low, the 15-minute range, because you're going to have support here, some side support, and then it's going to come down and it's going to get aggressive here. But I'm just looking, this is just based off the long-term, the overnight bias, and look, value has shifted to the lower, so we'll see if it ends up respecting these areas. So like I said, you look at the 1 hour, I already marked out these areas, but this is the POC. And this right here is, you can see, this is this POC right around here, this POC. So we could technically, you could bounce off between these two areas right here, because those are the two POCs that have not been tested out yet. But what do you see right here? All the volume sitting at the bottom. And what does that tell you? Probably shorts. When you see the volume sitting at the top of it, it's usually longs. This volume, short. It was working its way up. Boom. Let's get that sold. So it's definitely, I think it's a bearish day for sure. If you want my honest opinion, just by looking at everything, I think once we get down, start breaking these areas, we're going to start to speed up. We're going to see more speed as we go down. Look at this. Like I said, you're going to see acceleration. Accelerators are going to continue to put their foot in the gas as they get lower, because they're going to gain steam, they're going to gain momentum, and then they're going to have to force buyers to start covering their position, and then you're going to see the actual squeeze happen, which will be at the bottom here. You had all those aggressive sells. What happened? No follow through. Aggressive sells. Eventually, no follow through. Finally came down. Aggressive buyers couldn't push it. Had aggressive buyers. No follow through. Same thing down here. Aggressive sells. Aggressive sells. Aggressive sells. So if you look for these are areas you can spot and take trades off of if they're in key areas. But I gotta see candle closure. So as of recently, sometimes the stops have been pretty big. And the reasoning behind that is because of volatility. You could use something like you know, delta charts or Renko bars or range bars or stuff like that to kind of, I guess, differentiate the volatility, because that kind of controls that. So that's one way of, so like if you use a range bar, for example, well, let's just say 54 range. It's a lot more, it'll fake you out a little bit more, but it does work pretty well. So look at this. That's a beautiful one. Like you see this, boom. You take it along here. Another one, boom. Another one there. This was a clear one, boom. Right above a high. Let's turn off that. So let's, yeah. I really do like the range bars. They're very consistent. But one thing, what are we noticing here? Buyers trying to buy, failing. Buyers trying to buy, failing. Buyers trying to buy, failing. Sellers selling, succeeding. Who's winning the battle? Pretty easy to spot. Sellers. I had my worst week last week. Last Thursday, Friday, that was like, I got destroyed. And yeah, that was not fun. You should see aggressive sellers start to kick in here. Then we'll see it bring it to here. Then we should see aggression bring it lower, possibly to our first POC, maybe even our second POC from a few days back. It's going to go down and balance. It's going to have to balance some area. If we start to pull out a range again, it's going to have to balance. So two key next trades, something off the value area low to go lower. You can see like a break, retest, go further down. So you see something like comes down, breaks through, retest, go lower. And just to mark this out so you get an idea of where the value low sits. That's gonna be our next. We want to see a break. So we should see a breakthrough here, and then we should see a retest and then go lower. Yeah, it was a pretty straightforward day. Even if you woke up early, like before open, even if you wanted to take longs, you would have been fine. There's some news affecting this. You can just tell the way it's moving. Wow, very strong buying. We'll see how it's met with sellers. Then we'll see the interaction between the two, as best I could say. So we're still seeing buyers failing a little bit. We'll see right here how this reacts here. If this sells again and we can't break above this and hold above this, then we'll probably see, like I said, visit this and then possibly lower. But you are seeing a good amount of aggressive buying here in this range. I don't think they're going to be successful. But looking at the chart now. What do we see? Failed so far. Failed attempt again. Auction is failing up here once again. Try to buy, failed. One way to next way it's gonna go. If this succeeds, the next way. Yep, look at this. Takes very little effort by the sellers today. Oh, there you are. Man, I caught that nice. That was a perfect short. I was waiting for the pull back into the absorption and the pull back into the value at high, and then I was gonna take a short back in. A little bit risky, but not too bad because I seen the absorption play up top. And I think I got out like right on the perfect spot, almost right in the middle of the range. There was like a little volume node there. I was gonna get out the point of control, but I was just gonna trail it. That's the only thing I like about the mornings is when I miss it. This method when you trail really works like early in the morning really well because price moves and respects the buyers and sellers in the morning because there's so much volume for the most part. All right, this is the first time I'm seeing sellers start to fail a little bit here. Just right in this. I don't know if you got those bubbles. I think I'm on 30 contracts. Maybe you didn't get them. Yeah, they're smaller bubbles. I'm not sure what number they're at. Did you get your bubbles back?
Yeah, but I'm still having I think I have to revert back to the original.
Oh, the one more.
Too many. I'm still getting too many bubbles.
Oh, was that the one when you changed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's working, but it's too many bubbles.
It's not matching up on mine.
No.
No.
But I know.
Yeah, no, it worked. Yeah. Yeah, sellers. Looks like they're winning back again. We've just been seeing aggressive buyers get killed ever since they started selling off. You can see them trying to buy the tops and getting destroyed. And here we go. We got a bubble down below, smaller one. We'll see if this follows through again. Yep. Yeah, because the market sold off all night. Here we go. Aggressive sells down below again. Buyers getting steamrolled once again at the top of the candle. You can see it. They try to buy the top and they get immediately sellers bring it all the way down and they follow through. Yep. This is going to break the value area low that I have here. It's going to come down to 122. Then we're going to see it probably go to the bottom of the 15-minute range at 68, and then we'll see it go all the way down to previous day's POC. You're just seeing buying lose momentum every time they.
I need water. I need to water.
You need water? Need some water?
Yeah, I need
Okay.
to water. Is the water?
Water?
Yeah.
Come on, let's go get some water. Let's get you some water. Oh, what did I say? Those aggressive sells, huh? Low value, low. We're gonna take out the 15-minute bottom of the range. That's getting taken out. Yeah, the first POC that it's going to go to is going to be 26,990. You're going to have a ton of support down there, but you're going to see probably a seller starting to cover. Cold? Feels good. Right below the 15-minute range, you're going to start to see sellers, the squeeze start to happen.
Mom, he forgot us this.
Wow, look at that. Huge seller down below again. I think we're bound to one of these days. You look at yesterday's profile, volume profile. We couldn't. We landed right in the POC. We tried to go up. We couldn't. They couldn't find value higher. They couldn't find value lower. They landed right in the middle. And then today, you could obviously see is a reversal day. Value shifted to lower. Price is falling below it. It's gonna go to. It's like I said. It's gonna go to 990. Watch it. Now they're gonna have sellers. Are gonna have to start covering now. They're dipping below the low of the day. Just about there. Man, my short was. I should have kept my short. Yeah, I think we're gonna rip through it. That's gonna be where buyers are gonna have to cover themselves even more. There's no way I think buyers reverse it here. Possibly, but I just don't see it. Fabio's protection zone on his algorithm for his 15-minute range, it shows this is going to go all the way to 26,884. That's what it shows. Watch once we hit 040 and you see more aggressive sells, you're going to see a jump. We'll probably jump all the way down to like 020. Just the squeeze start to happen now. I'm already at 1400 on that one. You just want to see the. Just gonna have to come back and retest. Watch. Oh. Ready for the night? My coin's pulled, so. Yeah. A lot of buying volume. I don't think it's short. I think it's gonna be short-lived, but it may come up and retest the value area low and then go lower. Oh no.
Oh wow. Jeez.
Good volume. But it's gonna watch it come to the value low. You're gonna see it touch the value low, and then you're gonna see it. Watch it. It's probably gonna rip off that value low. I would be looking at a short off the value low. That's what I'll be looking at. If you get a strong or either aggressive sells off that area with good candle closure. And it might not even get there. It might just sell off and go further down. You had absorption here on this candle. Right at 742 again. You had a buy bubble and a sell bubble on top of each other. Price pulled away from it again. This area you're going to want to see it come to, though. The best area you're going to want to see it come to is the value area low, and then it's going to try to test it and get rejected, and then you could take it to low. To the POC. From here, somewhere like from here to whatever it may be. Let's say from here to here. That's what we're going to want to look at. If you look at the CVD is not growing. I think it's going to be a trap for the buyers. Watch when it's going to come probably right up to 122.75, and that's going to be the area where they start to load their positions up on the sells. Or it could be earlier. Sellers might not even let it get there. Wow. Yeah, this candle right here had two sub bubbles right in the middle of it, which usually is a strong. This is going to go down further on this candle right here. If it closes like this, yeah, watch, this is going to go down. Yep. There it is. Whenever you see like two buying or selling candles right in the middle of the candle, Fabio was saying that that's usually the point where they it's either a continuation of the seller buys whatever direction it's going into. It's a strong, I guess you would say a very high chance it's going to continue in the direction it's going to go once that happens. Now we're getting aggressive buying here. We'll see if it holds. This is going to be the area where they're going to test into. Chuck. Oh yeah, I want to explain that again. So when one of the things that Fabio says is, if you get a candle, let's say like this is a prime example. This is probably one of the better examples I've seen in a while. You get a candle with, like, let's say we're selling off, right, and we kind of make a bounce, and we get another continuation. When you see two bubbles in the middle of a candle, the body, this usually means price is gonna continue to go lower. This is gonna be the point where it just continues to go lower. They're gonna hold this area, and what happens? They held it that area exactly so far, right here. That would be, you could enter right here, re-enter right here, put your stop above there. We're gonna force buyers they're gonna squeeze them here. Once we get below 040, you're gonna see the squeeze happen. Unless some news comes out. No, Fabio says those two, when you get those bubbles in the middle of the candle, it's a high probability chance, not a guarantee, but a high probability chance that it's going to continue in the direction of the market's moving. So for example, like, I can remove this, I guess I don't need it. Let's see it, but look at here, you get all these candles in the middle, it does move in direction usually. Right, you get a bunch of buy bubbles in the middle of this candle, it moves in the direction. You got more kind of in the middle here, moved again, more in the middle here, moved again. When you get them at the tops and the bottoms, those are reversals. And a bubble if a large trade of 30 contracts or more. Exactly. 30 contracts aggregated, so it may not be just one big 30 contract order, but it's split up because the big institutions and the hedge funds and whatever big money, they have to split their orders up in order to get the entry fill that they want to get. They can't just drop. You'll see those jumps is when they drop like a massive, like 100 contract, whatever, 200 contracts. You'll see a jump. That's when you see that big bubble and a jump, because there's no buyer or seller there to auction on the other side. So there's a gap. That's when you get those gaps. So this held. So this is probably, like I said, gonna squeeze the bottom right here. What I was talking about. This could have been where you're quick enough to react. You could have put a sell here. And realistically, if you held your sell, I would hold it until, I want to move it to break even until it touches here. So you'd be at 975 there. But then I think more than likely it's going to go to here, which would be a 1 to 4. So this is where your execution's they're gonna start to squeeze right here. You're gonna see aggression. If they can follow through the aggression, then you're gonna see the move to a balanced area, which is the point of control from, I don't know, last week some point. Because the market's out of balance. We're gonna be out of balance here. And here comes a squeeze. It's gonna happen right now. You should see the aggression and the jump. Here it goes. And there's, yep, sellers just kicking at the bottom of the, you can see it right here. They started all sell down right here. And what's even more confluence is CBD is getting stronger on the downside. So now this is telling me this is definitely going to fall. Wow, it's going to go to that POCR I'm talking about, huh? Yeah, that when you get that candle like that, that was two sub bubbles right in the dead center of the body of the candle. So now if you're in this trade, you set your risk to 0. Oops. You realistically can trail it here. I would trail it maybe above here. Guarantee yourself $500. And then best case scenario, you hit 2,000. Or if you really want to be ballsy and hold it further, thinking this probably will drop further. I would possibly even pull it to this purple line here. This next point control. It's between these two areas where it's going to find some support. But the way I trail it, if you just really wanted to be conservative, you could trail it here. The way I trail it is I wait. So yeah, you'd be break even at this point, right? You wait for aggressive buying to come in and then it fail, and then you trail it above there. So let's say if this fails here, and this goes lower. So they kind of failed here, the sellers. Not quite yet. We'll see. It's usually going to test one more time. Once the second test, if the second test fails, then that's going to be a bad sign. It's going to probably go move back up. But probability-wise, I think we're going to see it retest and go further. His backpack? Hey, Dad, did I leave the backpack in the Lexus? Oh, sorry. Oh, okay, I think maybe I did. So now you could cover. Oh, right there. You could cover right here. Once it closes, once it tests this area here, I would move it to there. That's where you cover. Or you can cover here. So you guarantee yourself $600. Most likely it's going to at least test it before. So you could move your trailing. Here we go, more aggressive sells. Then your target will be this POC. 990, 990. What was that?
Did you drink one of these probiotics?
Yeah, I drank one.
Those are good, huh?
Yeah, they're good. So we should see the aggression again. Man, my short was the top, huh? Bummer. I could have had a massive move. That could have been like almost 200 points. Yeah, 220 points. It would have been 230 points. Yeah, so I would have moved it here by now, and you would have been out.
Okay. He's ready.
He's good.
I got it.
Oh.
I got it.
I got you that yesterday for your lunch.
It comes with gummies and a juice.
Oh, and you like that one.
It comes with the gummies and juice.
Gummies and a juice.
How's your foot? Mommy finally found this shoe.
Huh?
You can't. Which shoe? No.
This is my car. Way back.
All the way back. You got me new.
Yeah, I think it's backpacks.
Here,
That's
Tess.
my mom's car. I'll grab it right now.
Here, Tess.
Mom, how many gummies?
Come here. I don't know, baby.
One,
Come here.
3.
Come here.
All right, Dad. I'm gonna have to go take Mateus to school, so I'll be back. Wow, look at this. The buyers are trying to buy this area.
Ah. Hi. Hello. I cannot see me.
Yeah.
How?
I got camera.
Hello.
All right. I'll be back.
Hello. Hello, boy.
All right. I'll see you guys in a little bit. I'm gonna just turn off my stream so I can come back after. So. All right.